All right, let's talk about the modern accounting process. And I promise you, it's probably not what you're picturing in your head. When most people hear the word accounting, their mind just conjures up this image of like a dusty back room, mountains of paperwork, and someone just painstakingly crunching numbers with a calculator. Well, it's time to completely throw that image out because today's accounting is way less about just recording what happened in the past and way more about being a high-tech crystal ball for businesses, helping them see the future and make smarter decisions.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll see why this is definitely not your grandfather's accounting. Then we'll dive into how businesses are capturing the action, all the financial data in real time. After that, we'll look at how they're revealing the story hidden in those numbers. And finally, we'll see why this future isn't coming. It's already here.
Okay, let's get right into it. The single biggest shift in accounting is this transition right here, from being a simple historical record to a powerful strategic tool. It's not just a history book anymore, It's the playbook for what to do next. And this modern definition really says it all. The key word here is process. It's this whole system, from spotting a financial event all the way through to communicating insights that, help people make huge decisions. It's totally active, not passive at all. So, how does this whole thing work? Well, the first half of the process is all about capturing the action. This is where every single thing that happens financially gets turned into clean, useful data. Let's break down those first 4 steps. So we start with these 4 building blocks: identification, measurement, recording, and classification. Think of this part as laying a perfect foundation. If you get these steps right, everything else that comes after is faster, way more accurate, and just infinitely more valuable. First up, identification. Now, traditionally, this meant someone had to physically sift through stacks of paper invoices and bills. But now, it's incredible. Modern systems automatically spot everything, from a credit card swipe to a new online subscription. It just happens, totally seamless. Okay, next is measurement. So forget about manually figuring out the exact monetary value for every single thing. Today, this is completely dynamic. The systems can use real-time market data to value assets and can instantly figure out complex tax implications, all of it happening quietly in the background. Then we get to recording. That old image of someone hunched over a giant ledger writing entries by hand, that's completely gone. Now it's all about automation. Accounting software plugs directly into bank accounts and uses AI to record every transaction the second it happens. No typos, no errors. And the last piece of this initial data puzzle is classification. So no more manually sorting receipts into different categories like office supplies or travel. Today's AI-powered systems are smart enough to look at a transaction and automatically categorize it based on rules that you've already set up. It just saves a massive amount of time and keeps everything consistent. Okay, so we've collected all of this perfect, organized data. Now for the really cool part, revealing the story. This is where we stop just collecting numbers and start turning them into actual business intelligence. This is really where the magic happens. We're going to walk through summarization, preparing statements, doing some deep analysis, and then finally clear communication. This is how raw data becomes a real decision. So the first step in making sense of everything is summarization. In the old days, this meant doing a manual check every so often just to make sure the math was right, but now it's a continuous, automated check. The software is constantly making sure everything balances, and it flags any issue instantly. The data is trustworthy 24/7. Step 6 is getting those core financial statements ready. The profit and loss, the balance sheet, the cash flow statement. The huge breakthrough here is that you don't have to wait for the end of the month anymore. These critical reports can be generated on demand automatically, giving you a live snapshot of the business's health whenever you want it. And this slide right here shows maybe the biggest leap of all: analysis and interpretation. It's not just about looking backward anymore, doing some basic math on what already happened. Modern accounting uses powerful data analytics and predictive tools to forecast what's going to happen. It's the shift from asking what happened to what if. And finally, we have communication. Forget about that thick, printed annual report that's already out of date by the time it gets mailed. Today, it is all about sharing information through live, interactive, digital dashboards. Anyone who needs the info can get it. And, this is really important, it can include things beyond just financials, like a company's environmental and social impact data. So when you look at that whole process, from the automated data capture all the way to predictive analysis and instant communication, it makes total sense why people say accounting is truly the language of business now. It's how a company understands itself and talks to the rest of the world. So let's just tie this all together, because this isn't some sci-fi future we're talking about. This transformation is happening right now, and it really matters to basically everyone in the business world. If there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this right here. The role of the accountant has fundamentally shifted. They're no longer just a record keeper of the past, they are a strategic partner helping to guide the future. And just look at what that impact feels like in the real world. A CEO doesn't just get last quarter's numbers. They get real-time profitability and a forecast for the future. An investor doesn't have to wait for an annual report. They can see live performance dashboards. And a manager, they can see how their budget is tracking against actual spending right this second. The information isn't just better, it's immediate, it's actionable. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Your business, no matter the size, is creating a constant stream of financial data every single second. The real question is that data telling you the whole story, or is it only showing you a small piece of the past? Thanks for watching.